It is Peacetime here, and today I'm going to be doing another Halloween video. As you can hear in the background, it is Michael Myers' theme song from Halloween. So, yep, we're going to do this horror movie tag because, as everybody knows, I love horror movies. So, let's get into this tag. And one thing to say before I do this tag, you guys can do this too. I don't own this tag. You can do this horror movie tag as well. So let's get into it. Okay, so question number 1. What is the first movie you remember watching? Well, the first horror movie you remember watching. The first horror movie I remember watching was when I was like 10, I think it was. Yeah, I think I was 10. And my brother showed me It by Stephen King, which was with Pennywise the Clown and stuff, and I watched it when I was like 10 or 9 or somewhere around there, and I got scared of it because, well, the clown bit the boy's arm off, I guess, and he died, so that just freaking scared me, so, yeah, but I can watch it now without anybody. Okay, question number 2. What is your favorite horror movie? Okay, so I have 2 favorite horror movies. I can't choose between them. So, the first one is Halloween. As everybody knows, you can hear in the background. I love Halloween. The next one I love is Friday the 13th with Jason. So, yeah, I love 2 horror movies. I cannot choose between those 2 horror movies. It's just very hard to pick between those 2 horror movies. Okay, what is your favorite horror genre? So it means like slasher and all that stuff. My favorite would have to be slasher because it's like with people actually trying to kill you and they have to stab you and all that stuff. So I probably like slasher. There's tons of horror movie types. You could look up horror movie genres if you want to and figure out like what it means. There's like slasher, there's all these things. I actually had to look this up before to figure out what it meant, but yeah, I like the slasher ones. What genre scares you the most? Now, there's not really a genre of horror that scares me. Like, sometimes, I will admit, sometimes slasher does scare me a little bit, but not as much. But it sometimes does, and it's jump out scares. That's the one thing that kind of gets you sometimes, because you're just sitting there, and there's just a jump scare, and it's just like, really? Why'd you do that? They did not need to include a jump scare in there, but, yeah. Okay. Who is your ultimate scream queen? This means like your favorite actress or stuff like that. So my favorite actress is... My ultimate scream queen is Betsy Palmer. I think that's how you say her name. She played Jason Voorhees' mother in Friday the 13th. She played his mom, and a little bit about that was that I think the counselor had a dream, or this lady or something had a dream that the mom was trying to kill her because she let her son drown in the lake at Camp Crystal Lake. So, yeah, and I think in one of the parts, I think the Camp Crystal Lake sign was down because one time the lady who was trying to find her dog or something looked and she tripped over this, or she stepped on it and she looked and it said Camp Crystal Lake. So, yep. Okay. Question number 6. What is your favorite horror movie franchise? Well, my favorite horror movie franchise would have to be Nightmare on Elm Street is really good, and Friday the 13th is really good, and so is the Chucky movies are really good, or Child's Play, as you would say. So, Yep. Who is your favorite horror movie director? Well, my favorite horror movie director is... Okay, the director would have to be... I think it's John Carpenter, who made the first Halloween movie. Now, there are a lot of other directors who made, like, number 4 of Halloween, The Return of Michael Myers, and, like, there's the second one and all that. They're by different directors, because this person only made... John Carpenter was the only one who was the director of Halloween 1, and the rest of the people, they did a really good job with them, but I think that the first one was really awesome. So, yep. Number 8. Who is your favorite horror movie antagonist? It would have to be the killer, because, like, the killer is always the antagonist. It would have to be, like, Michael Myers, Jason, Chucky, yeah, just, like, all those people. The Pinhead, which was from one of the horror movies, and, like, all these horror movies and stuff like this. So, yep. Number 9. Who is your favorite protagonist? Well, like I said, his mom from Pamela... I forgot her, or Betsy Pamela, I think, or Pamela, I'm not sure how I said that before, I think it's Pamela, or Pamela, I'm not sure, but she did a really good job of playing his mom, and she actually tried to, even though she tried to kill the lady, she was trying to get her to wonder why her son was dead, so that was probably a dream even though, but yeah. So, question number 10. What is the last horror movie that actually scared you? Okay, so the last horror movie that actually scared me was this movie that was, I watched it a few days ago. I think it was called Haunt Demon or Haunted Demon. I'm not sure what it was called, but it was from Kings of Horror. And, yeah, Kings of Horror is a very good, way to find Halloween movies, or, I mean, like, not Halloween movies, but I mean, like, horror movies. So, like, there could be, like, if you're wanting to binge watch horror movies on Halloween, there's where you can go. But, anywho, I watched Haunt Demon, or Haunted Demon, I'm not sure what it was called, but I watched it, and it actually kind of scared me, because there were, like, demons in this house, and it was freaky and all this stuff, and, like, it was very freaky. But if you want to go watch it, you can go watch it. You just have to type up on YouTube Kings of Horror, and you should find it, and you can find other horror movies as well. These horror movies are I don't think they're out in, like, theaters anymore, or they never came out in theaters. But I think if you would go watch Kings of Horror, you would fall in love with, like, their content and stuff. Now I know at the beginning it might be boring, because, like, every horror movie at the beginning is boring. And then it gets interesting, but yeah. So I will see you werewolves later. I hope you guys like this horror movie tag video. And I will see you werewolves in the next video. Bye, werewolves. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and join the werewolf pack.